Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I am doing episode 2 of my vlog. I've been away for a little bit because I've been sick and having a lot going on at home, but I just wanted to do a catch-up video because I'm committing to this vlogging thing and I really just enjoy doing it. I haven't finished any of those tutorials yet because, like I said, lots of things have been going on in the background here. Today I was sorting out my stash and my WIPS and just trying to get it all sorted. I've got quite a lot of crochet and knitting projects on the go at the moment that I'm just trying to sort out and get done and finish for the end of the year, so I've got not as many as I usually do, so that's good. I've got about 15 current projects. I am currently finishing off this one, which is in the video that I filmed on my phone, so I'll be editing it all together and showing you everything that way. So the camera quality is a lot better on my phone, but the editing process is a lot quicker on the laptop. So yeah, I was quite pleasantly surprised at only having 15 WIPs. I have to say that's got to be some kind of record for me. So beginning of our lockdown, I had approximately 126 WIPs. So, like I said, 15 is not a lot for me. I do know what they are and what they're going to be. However, I did forget the names as I was filming and telling you about them, so I will link them in the descriptions below. I forgot the designer too, and just had a little fumble with my words on that one. So I'm quite looking forward to getting them finished, and that's just going to be my challenge, is just a little finish what I've got before I start anything more. And I cleaned up my stash today because I couldn't find my crochet hooks set. I still can't because they're in a safe place, and for anyone that knows me and knows what safe place means, it basically means that I have lost it. I've got a whole bunch of a whole bunch of them lying around, but I've also can't find my DPN holder, so I have to go through all of that, and I've just seen another WIP, so that's 16 WIPs in total. I thought I was doing pretty good. I was like, yes, 15. I did undo some because they were just the beginning and I had no idea what I was doing with them, because it was like literally just like the cast on row or like 2 rows. So I was like, yeah, I'm just going to unpick that because I have no idea what that was supposed to be. And a couple more I have to unpick as well, so those don't count in the 15 WIPs. Or 16, sorry. They don't count as the part of how many WIPs I've got to finish, because yeah, unpicking doesn't count as finishing. So yeah, there's quite a few different skill levels with it. Like, I've got a couple beginner, real easy ones in there. I've got some more complicated ones, like the double knit Harry Potter scarf and Grafgan, which is done with the corner to corner technique, with a whole bunch of half double crochets. So there's lots of like little bits of yarn floating around for that project. I also found a whole bunch of wool, which I have to sort into my nice and neat stash, and I'm just like, I did not account for these. So yeah, had a few minor stash increases with a couple of balls up here, just some little acrylic stuff for like the toys, because I've got some stuffing and teddy bear, what are they called? Can't reach them, like little beads to make the teddy bear like sit down, if that makes sense. So like for door stoppers and stuff, because I want to make a couple of those. Make a couple of cutesy ones for the kids' room. But yeah, I'm quite impressed with how little WIPS I've got. So this one here is just going to be just a little crochet basket, just big enough for like my phone and my keys. So, and like just like my EFTPOS card and stuff. Originally I thought it was going to be big enough for my phone and my wallet and my keys, but no, no. But it'll fit an EFTPOS card. So it'll be my little space to like put things to help keep myself like organised, because I'm not a very organised person. If I was, I wouldn't have so many WIPS, and I wouldn't need to tidy up my stash as much as I do, because I think I've tidied it up about like 4 times already this month, because I just go rummaging through. So I'll give you a little tour of that, and you can see my little Frankenstein Monsters beanie is sitting there. I'm not sure if I've spoken about that one. I think I did, but it's quite nice. This one's just like a real easy pattern. I did it like within a couple of hours. I haven't written it up yet, but it's just basically a granny square as big as the top of your head, or just slightly bigger on mine. And yeah, just a whole bunch of triple crochets with a couple of decreases in to get this puffy bit. I do want to make it slightly longer. I think you can see I'm terrible with my round joins there. I made a mistake on that where I like accidentally didn't do enough decreases on the rows, and then I was just like, I need it slightly smaller, so I just skipped a couple of stitches. But it's not very noticeable unless you're like, oh, look at my mistake. But no, it's quite nice. I just made this out of like 8-ply acrylic, you know, didn't want to waste wool on it for something I'm only going to wear on Halloween occasions, like at school discos and stuff for my kids when I go. But yeah, it didn't take much. I think maybe that's like 30 grams, 40 grams, maybe. Probably not, probably less, probably like maybe a 60-gram hat in total. But I have to like write it up and test it again and make sure that I actually remember how to do it before I can release the pattern, because I've begun to experiment on the crochet side of things, but still not quite confident with the terminology to do a little tutorial on it. That there. I am working on another funky hat. I started this 2 days ago because I didn't want to go through my WIPS at the time to finish off what needs finishing. So this is going to be, sorry, there's a crochet hook there. So this is the beginning of an octopus hat. So I've got 3.5 tentacles on it at the moment, and that's the front. Sorry, there. It's hay fever's time, it's springtime, and people are doing gardening, so So yeah, that's the beginning of my octopus hat. So I started it 2 days ago, and I think I've done about 3 hours on it. I've got the little doodad that goes at the back there. And that's got to get sewn on, and I've still got the eyes to do. And then I've got a little bit more detail on these tentacles that need doing, but I quite like it like this, to be honest. Kind of looks like a jellyfish hat. And I am crocheting that one, and it's got like half double crochets, and this one had double crochets. Quite like it, it's sparkly. And so far I've used almost a entire 100-gram ball of yarn. I'm using oh no, the label's off. I am using Naturally Yes DK8 ply. So it's 98% wool and 2% polyester. I imagine the polyester is the sparkle in it. Makes it just gives it a nice touch. So there are approximately 230 meters per 100 grams, or 252 yards in the 100-gram wool. And it's machine washable, so that's good. So on the label it says made in Turkey for Naturally Hand Knit Yarns, a New Zealand company. But yeah, it's really nice. The pattern, I believe, calls for a 10 ply yarn, but I didn't read that and just went straight for my 8 ply because I have a lot of 8 ply and so 8 ply DK and a lot of 4 ply yarn, and it's taken me a while to find anything bulky here in New Zealand. For some reason we just have a lot of 8 ply and 4 ply yarns, and not a lot of bulky weight DK yarns. So I think the biggest one that I've come across other than roving is the South Under yarn, and that is a 10 and 12 ply, so that one's bulky. 12 ply, I like that colour. So that one is a lake blue. It's also New Zealand wool. You can get that from Skeins. Sorry, my hay fever is driving me crazy today. Oh, and then of course we get the spaghetti yarn, or I believe it's called t-shirt yarn in America. Well, I'm not entirely sure, but it's spaghetti type yarn here, and it's just made of cuts of t-shirts in the factories and stuff. So whatever they can't use for a t-shirt, they turn into yarn. I think that's quite creative, actually. It's a nice way to use things that would otherwise go in the bin. So just got one more round on that to do, and my little bowl is done. Other than that, so on this bowl I've just started off the magic circle, and I'm just doing single crochets until I am happy with the bowl size. And it's quite a nice little circle dish. But yeah, I'm just gonna do I think I'll just finish off this round and leave it at that, to be honest. So it's quite like it, that size. Sorry, I'm still making decisions on it. I haven't quite 100% figured it out, because I'm not using a pattern. I couldn't find one that I liked, or that was readable for me. because it had different terminology than I'm used to. And all the ones on YouTube are basically the same pattern, but I wasn't like a fan of some of the tutorials on it. But as you can see here, this is where I've done my increase line, so that there is my beginning of round, and it's just got into like a little spiral, but that's okay. Like I said, it's for me, it's not a big deal. I don't need perfect, I just need usable. Right, so I guess that's the end of today's little vlog. Hope everyone's doing okay, and I'll see you all next time, hopefully with a tutorial this time. I really want to get those filmed and done and online. I think it's a size 3 to 4, I believe. And I've got this one on the go. This one was just for practice. Again, ran out of yarn. And it's just going to be a 3/4 length sleeve top for my godchild. He doesn't know it's coming, so that's alright. Might not even fit him, so we'll find out. Another incomplete sweater. Well, not even a sweater, it's a short sleeved. The only thing that's left to do on it is a button band, so really need to get my button together on that one. I then have a bunch of squares for donations. So these are going to Knit a Square charity. I believe there are 15, maybe 20 squares in there. This one here is my first ever crocheted slipper. It's quite cute. I was making it for my daughter, but I made it way too small, so I'm going to make the other one and probably donate that. A little sponge that I've designed. It's for my brother, so he's just moved out. He needs a few of these, so I've got to finish those. The socks for my daughter. Unfortunately she wants them to match, so I got to knit 2 more of those. So I got to knit one that goes grey to purple and from yellow to bluey green. Just a glove I did for practice. I'll knit the other one up soon when I get around to it. This is a Christmas gnome. I've still got to get the nose. I wanted to get a little wooden nose. There was no pattern on the one. Again, just one of my own little whip-ups that I like to do from time to time. Got a few velvet scrunchies that I need to sew up. And my last one is a clothesline of singlets for donations that I've got to finish. There are 3 of them currently on the needles. And then I've got this one. It's a little Milo, and it needed repairing, so I've gone and repaired that. I got this one. So this one I'm writing a pattern for at the moment, and as you can see I've made a couple mistakes, but that's okay. This is for a friend's little new baby who's on the way. I'm looking forward to doing that. It's going to be a little vest, and it's made from the little bandit yarn. Another one I've got on the go at the moment, I'm not sure on the pattern name. It's a free pattern on Ravelry. I'll link that in the description below. I'm doing a 6 to 12 month jumper for a friend's baby, I believe, or maybe a grandchild, a friend's grandchild. And I'm making that out of loyal 8-ply yarn, and it's coming along quite nicely. I quite like this detail here. This one I will probably rip out because it is now far too small for the person who is going to receive it, and there's quite a few mistakes in that one as well. That one's a Mariana Lazy Daisy Days design, but yes, that bug's way too big for that now. Excuse me, sorry. I've got this one, another Mariana design on the go at the moment, but I ran out of yarn, so it hasn't been completed. I started this last year for a friend's kid, but ran out of yarn, haven't replaced it yet. And I added these little car motif details on there, but this is a big size. It's, I think it's a size 3 to 4, I believe. And I've got this one on the go. This one was just for practice. Again, ran out of yarn. And it's just going to be a 3/4 length sleeve. Well, this one's quite complicated because it's got lots of cabling, lots of little details. And so I'm on the first mitten right now, or fingerless glove, sorry. And this is done by the same designer who did the Bear Light shawls. It's called what is it? I can't remember. Again, I'll link that one in the description below. I know exactly what the patterns are, I just can't remember the names. So I've also got a double knit Harry Potter scarf started. That's for a friend, family friend. So yeah, I did start this one and I got to like the second chart, but I made so many mistakes in it because it's the first time I've done double knitting, and it took a while to get the concept and how to get it all together. So he knows that this one's going to take a while because it's a new skill for me that I've not done before. So luckily everyone I knit for is quite patient. And I've also got this going at the moment. So this doesn't have a pattern. I just grabbed a chart off of Pinterest, and you can probably guess the colours. This is for a friend's birthday whose birthday has come and gone, so it'll probably be for next year once I finish it. And it's made from the same brand as that, and that's the Esther 8-ply yarn you can get from Lingraft. So I've also got this one. So this one I'm writing a pattern for at the moment, and as you can see I've made a couple mistakes, but that's okay. This is for a friend's little new baby who's on the way. I'm looking forward to doing that. It's going to be a little vest, and it's made from the Little Bandit yarn. Another one I've got on